Shwmae, are you sitting comfortably? Then I'll begin this programme, which is all about children. Do you have any? Are they boys or girls? Do they leave you in the pink or feeling blue? Later on, we're going to be moving to Llanrwst on the Gwynedd-Clwyd border. But we're starting down south here in Merthyr Tydfil. The words that we're going to use for sons and daughters are the same wherever you live. But the question, have you any children? And the statement, I have children, differ between the north and south. But don't bother learning both versions, just use the one you're likely to need. Right, the question that I'm going to be asking Merthyr is, oes plant da chi? Have you any children? Oes plant da chi? And the answer, which is the same wherever you are, is either oes, yes, or nac oes, no. Helo, oes plant da chi?
Oes.
Diolch. Helo, oes plant da chi?
Nac oes.
Helo, oes plant da chi?
Oes.
Helo, oes plant da chi?
Oes.
Helo, oes plant da chi?
Nac oes. Dim eto.
O, diolch.
Oes plant da chi? Have you any children? Or literally, are there any children with you? Oes plant da chi? And the answer is, oes, there is, or there are. Nac oes, there isn't, or there aren't.
Well, oes plant da chi? Oes or nac oes? And as with all no answers, you can get away with just saying na. And that's the answer a lot of people gave Kerry when she got a part-time job with a children's clothes company. Oh, esgusodwch chi, os? Esgusodwch chi?
Ie?
Oes plant da chi?
Nag o, sori.
Esgusodwch chi? Esgusodwch chi? Oes plant da chi?
Nag oes, cariad. Dim ond cath.
Na, cariad. Dim ond cath. No, love. Only a cat. We've already met Key, which is a dog. Back then to the people we saw earlier. 3 gave more details. Esgusodwch chi? Oes plant da chi?
Oes, mae mab dy fi, Jamie.
Diolch. Helo, oes plant da chi?
Oes? Mae merch dy fi, Lowri.
Diolch yn fawr. Helo,
Helo.
oes plant da chi?
Oes, mae mab dy fi, Matthew, a merch Sarah.
My mab da fi. I've got a son. My mab da fi. Ma merch da fi. I have a daughter. Ma merch da fi. In the north, there's another version, which we'll see later.
But what if you have more than one child? Let's ask some of the parents in the nursery unit of Ysgol Santes Tydfil. Helo, oes plant da chi?
Oes, mae 2 fab dy fi.
Oes plant da chi?
Oes, mab a merch.
Oes, 2 ferch.
Mae mab a 2 ferch dy fi.
Mae 3 merch dy fi.
Oes plant da chi?
Oes, 3 mab.
Oes, mab a 2 ferch.
We are now familiar with the numbers 2, 3 and 4. But what if you have 2, 3 or 4 daughters? Then you need to know the feminine forms. 2, 3, 4.
Merch. Merch. Dwy ferch. Dwy ferch. Tair merch. Tair merch. Pedair merch. Pedair merch. Mab. Mab. Dau fab. We'll explain why mab has changed to fab later. Tri mab. Tri mab. Pedwar mab. Pedwar mab.
The words mab and merch were used every time, but after the numbers dau and dwy, they changed to fab and ferch. We came across this letter change in the drinks programme. Dau beint o lager, dau de, dau goffi. It's called a soft mutation and we'll be coming across it again. In the meantime, just accept that it's mab, but dau fab, merch, but dwy ferch. And another thing, we don't use plurals after numbers. We say dau fab, 2 son, tair merch, 3 daughter. Back to those pictures again. This time, you describe them before we do.
Tri mab. Tri mab. Merch. Merch. Dau fab. Dau fab. Pedair merch. Pedair merch. Mab. Mab. Tair merch. Tair merch. Pedwar mab. Pedwar mab. Dwy ferch. Dwy ferch.
Mab, dau fab, 3 mab, 4 mab. Merch, 2 ferch, tair merch, 4 merch. Mae 1, 2, tair, 4 merch 'da fi, ac 1, 2, 3, 4 mab 'da fi. Let's take a closer look at what happens in an ysgol feithrin. An ysgol feithrin is an independently run playgroup, as opposed to a nursery class and an infant school, which we visited in Merthyr. This one, and hundreds like it throughout Wales, is run by Mudiad Ysgolion Meithrin, the Welsh playgroup movement founded in 1971 to provide preschool education in Welsh, addysg feithrin Gymraeg.
Helo Eli. Ydych chi'n mynd yn dweud? You had choice. Fi'n ti'n eto?
The message of Mudiad Meithrin is simple. If you want to give your children the best start in Wales, start them off in an ysgol feithrin. Give them the chance to become bilingual the easy way, by enjoying themselves. While they're playing and chwarae, singing and canu, painting and peintio, listening to stories and gwrando ar storiau, and generally socialising, they're learning Welsh and dysgu Cymraeg. Right, after a morning of hard play, it's time for a break. Mae llaeth 'da fi. A fi. Llaeth ma'n neis. But now for the really strenuous activity. I think a crash helmet would be very useful here. And a copy of the Highway Code. In Welsh, of course. Yn Gymraeg, wrth gwrs. If you haven't any children, does dim plants 'da fi is the phrase you'll need. I haven't any children, does dim plants 'da fi. Iawn. O Ferthyr, from Merthyr, to Llanrwst and to another nursery group. Let's go and see how the people of North Wales deal with the same situation.
Mae gennau blant, 2 ferch.
Oes, mae gennau 3 mab, Eirig, Gwion ac Erwin. Mae gennau ferch Sioned a mab Hew.
Mae gennau 2 ferch.
Mae gennau 2 merch, Catrin, Elin a Sian. Mae gen I bach Emyr a merch Bechan.
Mae gennai blant. I have children. Mae gennai blant. In some parts of the north, you'll also hear mae gen I blant. Mae gen I blant.
Mae gynnai, mae gen I. They're easy enough. But why has plant changed to blant? Well, the mae gynnai pattern is followed by a soft mutation, that letter change we've come across before. Mae gynnai plant, I have children, changes naturally to mae gynnai blant, in the same way as mae gynnai 3 mab, I have 3 sons, becomes mae gynnai 3 mab. We'll be giving you a full list of these letter changes in a later programme, but have a go at doing it yourself. Here are those family snapshots. Put mae gynnai, I have, before the phrase is shown and see what happens.
Mae gennai 3 mab. Mae gennai 2 merch. Mae gennai 4 merch. Mae gennai 2 fab. Mae gennai 2 ferch.
It doesn't matter, especially at this stage, if you don't remember to put the letter changes in yourself. But it is important to recognise the original words when you're listening to somebody else. So, how many of these people have sons? Me? Mae gen I Ben Gwyn.
Mae gennau blant, 2 ferch.
Oes, mae gennai 3 mab, Eirig, Gwion ac Erwin. Mae gennai ferch Sioned a mab Hew.
Mae gennau 2 ferch.
Mae gennai 2 merch, Catrin, Elin a Sian. Mae gen I bach Emyr a merch Bechan.
3 had sons. 3 mab, Eirig, Gwion, Gerwin, mab Hew a mab Emyr. Here they are again, but listen to the question.
Helo, oes gennych chi blant?
Mae gennau blant, 2 ferch.
Oes gennych chi blant?
Oes, mae gennai 3 mab, Eirig, Gwion ac Erwin.
Oes gennych chi blant?
Oes, mae gennai ferch Sioned a mab Hew.
Oes gennych chi blant?
Mae gennai 2 ferch.
Oes gennych chi blant?
Mae gen I bach Emyr a merch Bechan.
Oes gennych chi blant?
Mae gennai 2 merch, Catrin, Elin a Sian.
Here in the north, it's not only the answer that's different. The question is too. Oes gynnoch chi blant?
Oes gynnoch chi blant? Have you any children? Oes gynnoch chi blant? If you're familiar with any formal Welsh, you may have seen oes gennych chi blant. But in the north, you'll hear and want to say oes gynnoch chi blant. Oes gynnoch chi blant.
Oes gennych chi blant, Mrs Davies? Oes. 2 bab.
Nan, wel. Sut ydych chi?
Iawn, diolch Elfrys. A chi?
Iawn, diolch. Oes gennych chi blant, Nan?
Oes, 4.
Wel.
A chi? Oes gennych chi blant?
2 ferch.
Enw. Bethan Griffiths. Oes gennych chi blant?
Oes, 2. Mab a merch.
Oes gynnoch chi blant? No. Oes plant da chi in the south? Which reminds me, I wonder how Kerry's getting on with her questionnaire. Oh, esgusodwch chi, os? Esgusodwch chi?
Yeah?
Os plant ych chi?
No, go sorry.
Esgusodwch chi? Esgusodwch chi? Os plant ych chi? Na, goes cyrrier. Dim ond cath. Esgusodwch chi? Os plant ych chi?
Oes.
Oh, grêt. Meibion, merched?
Wel, mae 7 mab da fi a 9 merch.
7 mab a 9 merch? Reit, cwestiwn i. He was only kidding. Tro nesa, next time we'll be watching the clock and telling the time. But now it's time to go. So tan tro nesa. Until next time, hwyl.
In this Now You're Talking, you've seen Oes plant da chi? Oes gennych chi blant? Oes. Nac oes. Mab. 2 fab. 3 mab. 4 mab. Merch. 2 ferch. 3 merch. 4 merch. Mae plant da fi. Mae gynnau blant.